Ik in de keuken.
Ja.
Next time we're doing it in Dutch.
Ja.
Stream start zometeen.
Zometeen.
Zometeen is soon.
Like sometime.
Mm.
At some point it will start.
Yeah.
Maybe, baby.
Flush! Oh wait, you have to change the name
Well,
of the
you
stream.
just see if it goes, and if not, you just.
Twitch.
So CJ asked why not use your laptop so he can join.
Because CJ can suck a dick.
Oh, he can't join here with this one?
Uh-oh. Don't do that.
Not everything red.
Oh, so who's doing the? Do we have like a moderator or anything? Or is it just
Moderator?
for doing stream names and stuff like that?
Raffle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Prices.
Yeah, that needs to be
Nightbot.
set up.
I'll do Nightbot in a second.
Yes.
Everything else Twitch related, Zep can do, like the stream name and stuff. Can you do that on the phone, on the created dashboard or something?
Sure.
And raffle.
Meine Fresse.
Autorisieren.
So what you do here is a keyword. You specify the keyword, which might be exclamation mark AOW. No, just out of war. So they are happy. And at some point, everybody who typed that keyword into the chat, you just roll it.
Okay.
Are you listening?
No, I
Sorry,
can.
sorry. You should. But,
Well, just a second.
schalte die an und dann ist...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
so wie es dir am besten passt, Hauptsache das Mic ist so ein bisschen nicht direkt vom Mund.
we are back live here
Yes.
at Bremen.
At the Atlantic Hotel Galopprennbahn Bremen, the Hanseatic Alliance Open.
We have joined forces.
Yes, it's Stefan from the Alliance Armory.
Yes, and Sebastian from Target Priority.
Yes, that is exactly right.
How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing great. We just have to switch the names
We do have to
because
switch
it's
the
not
names,
Rude
yeah.
and Torben anymore. Those were the guys from game 1, and I gotta say it was an awesome game.
Man, I didn't see it, but I heard a lot about it
Yeah.
already in the hallways.
A real nail biter for game 1. This was really crazy what happened
So
there.
I'm quickly going to ask the player because they voiced their preference to be named by their nicknames. So, can I ask the Space Marine player what your
Kai?
Kai?
K.
So we'll put in Kai,
Yeah.
and he's going to be Space Marines.
Or Ultramarines. To be
Ultramarines.
more specific.
Right, let's be specific. Ultra Marines, right?
Yes, yes.
Marines. And then Mr. Orc player, sir, what would your nickname be?
Morley. Morley.
Okay. Well, there we go. There you have it. It's Kai with Ultramarines and Morley with Orks. Hoorah, Morley. Which clan?
All of them.
All of them. Hold on a second. So I'm just going to put in Orks.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope everybody at home is super excited for this
Ultramarines,
game here
one word
today.
It is, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know I am. I am also a avid Orc player, and I always love seeing Orcs on the table. It always makes for an excellent game. And today we'll be having sort of like a iconic game of Ultramarines versus Orcs, because that's sort of a classic as well, if you go very far back into 40k. And it's blue versus very red and snowy Orcs on the table. Why don't we start off with some lists?
Yeah, let's do the list. And people can be very happy if they can just take your stuff with you. It's alright. Looking forward to some close up because Morley's got an awesome looking army.
I mean, it's looking awesome already at a distance here, and we've got a nice close-up cam, so no doubt we'll be going in there, going in deep to get some nice picky wikis,
Definitely.
so people can take a nice close-up. So I've got Kai's list here with his Ultramarines,
Yeah, cool.
so I'll start listing it off, and we can talk about it a little bit. So, a Battalion detachment from the Adeptus Astartes Ultramarines chapter. He's already paid a CP for extra relics of the chapter. And starting with HQ, we have a captain on bike with Frag and Krak grenades. That's standard. He's got a lightning claw. For a stratagem, he is the Exemplar of the chapter. For another CP, he's the Paragon of War. And his Warlord trait, the Warlord, is Rites of War. He's equipped with a Storm Bolter, and he is being made a chapter master today, with a twin bolt gun and the Relic Vengeance of Ultramar. For a Primaris Lieutenant from the Indomitus, we have a Lieutenant, like I said, with with the grenades, mastercrafted power sword, a Neo-Volkite pistol, because apparently that Archaeotech has been recovered, and then a Relic.
Stolen from the AdMag, though.
Yeah, probably. And then they'll just say it's recovered. And a Relic Seal of Oath. So that's a very reliable seal. And relics so he's got an extra relic, and he has a storm shield, so quite tanky actually. For troops, we have an intercessor squad, 5-man with stalker bolt rifles. We've got another intercessor squad with a auxiliary grenade launcher and 5 normal bolt rifles, although those things are still a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
A scout squad, normal scout squad, nothing really super special about them. And then for elites, we have an aggressor squad with 4 aggressors and a aggressor sergeant. We have another aggressor squad, so copy paste it, except for that it's only 3-man. And then we have a relic contemptor dreadnought with the cyclone missile launcher, a dreadnought melee weapon, a dreadnought close combat weapon, and a storm bolter attached to that. And also he's wielding a
Last cannon.
casual little las cannon, twin linked, yeah, for some extra anti-vehicle damage. All right, for fast attack, we have a outrider squad of 2 outriders with a sergeant, a suppressor squad of 2 suppressors with a suppressor sergeant with the accelerator autocannons. And then for heavy support, we have a eradicator squad, 3 eradicators with the melter rifles, another unit of 3 eradicators, and then a relic Leviathan dreadnought equipped with 2 heavy flamers, 3 hunter killer missiles, a storm cannon array, and another storm cannon, so 2 storm cannon arrays. And then last but not least, we have the humble impulsor with a storm bolter and shield dome, which is going to be nerfed actually, shield dome, because it's a 4-up invul right now, right?
At the moment it is, yeah.
It's going to be a 5-up invul.
That should,
So it's going to be a little
should
worse.
be fine enough almost.
So he should be enjoying that 4-up invul while he can, making that impulsor that much more tanky.
Definitely. So let's head off over to Thomas, aka Morley, with his Orks. You're an Orc player, right, Steven? So basically, you have way more input than for this than I have, because for me it's only funny words.
Well, for me too, but you know, I know some of those.
Okay, let's start with it then. It's starting with the patrol detachment, Goths, and we've got the big dirty dog Gasco Thrucker in there.
Yeah, he's gonna show who's boss.
Maybe. We've got several boys actually, which are have a stratagem, which is to make them Scar boys. It's 27 of them.
Yeah.
With a boss knob.
Yep.
Then we've got some elites. We got a pain boy, and basically that is that actually.
Well, he has a relic, the Killer Claw.
Yeah.
And he's the war boss.
Follow me, lads.
Yeah. Interesting.
What does that do?
The Killer Claw. The Killer Claw.
The follow me, lads.
The follow me, lads. Yeah. Now you ask the one question that I don't directly know an answer for. So
okay.
why don't you go on and I'll check it out.
Right on. We've got another patrol detachment with the grub mobs.
Yeah.
We've got a Big Mac with custom force field. We've got 10 Gretchens. We've got 5 mech guns and 4 mech guns. Always handy.
Yeah.
And a third patrol detachment, which is Death Skulls, with another Big Mac with a custom force field, 10 Gretchen, 3 Mega Truck Scrapjets, 1 Shock Jump Dragster, a Burner Bomber, and 2 Shinork Warcopters.
Yeah, Chinorks. Cool. So actually, follow me, lads. Checking it out now. So he, the Warlord, that's the pain boy, he gets a War and Breaking Head, so basically he becomes a war boss. And if he's already a Warlord, then he already has those abilities, then the range is increased by 3, but that won't be happening because he's a pain boy. So he receives War and Breaking Heads, which is the models Orc boys around him, or Orc units rather, can run and still charge. And then Breaking Heads is the morale ability. Whenever Orcs fail their morale, they can instead choose to suffer D3 mortal wounds and count as having passed said morale test. And in addition, if his army is Battleforged, which I am assuming he is, I heard nothing that speaks to the contrary, he receives an extra command point. So it's not too shabby.
He lost several due to his 3 detachments. So.
Yep, so he gets 1 back.
Those will come in handy, actually.
Indeed. Sorry, what?
Yeah, it's empty at the moment.
Because you're recording content now. Oh, yeah.
Yep. And we're back. Yeah, the scores were temporarily gone, but I put them back.
Well, we still need to check the microphones of the players when Molly comes back.
Yes. All right, so this is going to be an interesting matchup.
Definitely. It is. We have a hammer and anvil deployment.
Yes.
What is the mission type, actually?
Yeah.
Should have a look at that and where all the... Oh, we're using the small markers this time, alright.
Yeah, we're using the Alliance Open markers. Using our new... a few of our new terrain pieces as well, actually. So if you look to the center left and right, you see these sort of like construction work columns on a piece of area terrain. That's actually urban counts as forests. Which is a nice little variation to the standard, tree forests. So if you're playing on a urban map and you don't want to kind of break that urban-esque theme you've got going on, take a look at our Alliance Open Armory, and we've got those for sale for you. They look really nice, and if you paint them up in these like concrete and rusty colors, they don't look too shabby at all. So, we are going to take a look at the mission in a sec.
You mind doing the sound check with those? So I can
Yep,
just-
and I'll go check on player mics real quick. Okay.
Battle lines. Okay. I can't hear them. Can you hear them?
Alright, and we're back. We've got our player mics turned on in our players, so we'll put those on during the game every now and
Yes.
again so we can get a better understanding of what's going on.
So I reckon Morley will won the roll off.
Yeah.
He's very happy apparently. So yeah, that was the first roll. Morley got to choose if he starts the game or
No.
if he wants to give it away. No, he won't. He will take the first turn, and we have to check out what are the secondaries of the guys. At this point,
Sure,
I
yeah.
just go through the primary.
Yes.
Just to give it. So it is. We're playing battle lines.
Mm-mm.
Basically, this is control 1 objective. You get 5 points. 2, you
Yes.
get 10. That's the usual. And the secondary object for this one is a vital ground. At the end of each of your command phases, you score 3 victory points if you control the objective marker in your opponent's deployment zone, and score 2 victory points for each objective marker that you control that is not in either player's deployment zone.
So the center ones actually.
The secondary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round.
Alright, so your own deployment marker is worth 1 point. The center one's basically worth 2, and the one in your enemy's deployment zone is worth 3.
Yes.
Okay, very interesting. So if you're, aggressive gameplay is going to be rewarded this game. And as Sebastian just said, we had a roll-off for first turn, and Morley with his Orks won the roll-off. He was very happy about it. He made a little leap of joy. Apparently he did not want to go second against this list.
You usually don't want to do this, but actually I think it would be alright to go second on this kind of map because there's a lot of terrain blocking line of sight.
Yeah, this... yeah, exactly, Sebastian. This terrain allows for actually quite a bit of hiding. And it wouldn't be the worst to actually go second, although the Marines list does have some decent alpha striking. And I guess Morley decided that he desperately wanted the initiative, which he got. And maybe he'll get to do a little bit of alpha striking on his own. He does have quite some decent firepower in his list. He's got some buggies running around there. He's got his flyer. He's got those mech guns. And if he can get a bead on some of Kai's Ultramarines, he can definitely do some damage. And also going first usually is a good way to just get yourself on objectives before your enemy can. And just grab the initiative.
Alright, we have the secondaries here for us. So,
awesome.
Kai with his Ultramarines, he chose Bring It Down, which is pretty clear because every shock attack gun counts for that. He got Scramblers and what is it? Grind them down, which is, well, kill models.
Mm-hmm.
And Morley got Engage on all fronts, Scramblers, and Grind them down as well.
It's very, it's
Grinding.
exactly the same thing. So bring it down, Scramblers and what's this one?
Grind them down.
Grind them down. Oh, actually. So for the Orks, a very.
No, that is Ultramarines.
That's Ultramarines. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah. Because so Morley's got Engage on all fronts, which is usually a standard pick for Orks, and then Scramblers as well, and then grind them down. Yeah. All right, we've got that put in.
So grind them down will be very, very interesting since it's basically kill more. So we see who scores that better, and then we've got basically bring it down, which is kill vehicles, and engage all fronts, which is the old recon.
Yep. So into that, well, deploy scramblers, even during our last tournament where we did the stream, deploy scramblers is such a common pick. It's turns out that so far it's very easy to actually just do that mission. If both armies just have like some throwaway units that, or even some units whose job it is to stand on objectives anyway, they can just stand there and do that action. And for 3 actions, one in your own deployment zone, one in the center, and one in your enemy's deployment zone, you do that, and you score yourself 10 points. You lose 5, but it's so easy that I see a lot of players just picking this one. It's a good way to just get an easy 10 points.
Yeah, definitely. It is, and it is basically scoreable for every army in the game.
Yeah.
Because every army can put something into reserve, and even if there's not really that much room, you can get in turn 3. You just have to put down 1 model of a unit, and that is all. The other models would be destroyed then, but as long as you can place 1 model that can scramble, and
Yep.
that's that then.
So usually when I play my Orks, I bring like 4 units of command. Oh, I can't do that. 3 units of commandos, and they just come down. Usually I'll have engage on all fronts, which Morley here has as well. You just bring them down. Commandos come on, or any unit really that can arrive out of deep strike. They deploy scramblers, and they'll get you that table quarter as well. It's such a value for a small unit to have that you see that going around a lot, especially for Orks.
Yeah.
So we've got this turn underway here.
Tom Adriani, don't be so sure. It might be a massacre, but there's a lot of ways to stay out of line of sight, actually.
Yep. Yeah. So definitely this turn going second isn't the end of the game. Of course, the Space Marine player still has some units in reserve, like those suppressors that can come down and provide some fire support, and even claim the board wherever they need to. So the game isn't over just yet.
No.
It has, in fact, just begun, and that's a fact.
That's a fact. All right, I will just head off and.
So it seems he's redeploying his impulsor behind that building. So I'm not quite familiar with all the things that Space Marines can do, but apparently they've got some sort of redeploy mechanic. And he's elected to at least pull back his impulsor, as that thing was smack dab in the middle of those target sites of the mech guns. And 3 mech guns do actually have a pretty decent chance of bringing down an impulsor, even although that 4-up invul that the impulsor is sporting will save it. So we've got Sebastian going into the field with his handy cam. He's going to take a look here. So here we have a nice view of the Ultramarines. You can see here that he's tucked his impulsor, and there's another dreadnought hiding behind there as well. If Space Marines do such a thing as hiding, I wouldn't know. And here we have a nice view around of the Orks. Look at that. A nice snowy bases. Got some nice conversions, mech guns being deployed all around. We've got the trucks hanging out at the front of the line. We've got the converted flyer. We've got Gaskell up in front, raring to go, just ready to charge headlong in the battle and make himself into a big problem for the Ultramarines. This is going to be a good game. I can just feel it in my bones. Of course, I'm sporting for the Orks. Now, here in the chat, let's get a shout out from all the people in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Are you Team Ultramarines or are you Team Orks? Because I'm definitely Team Orks. I want to see the Orks take this game. As a matter of fact, I want to see the Orks take the tournament. They've already won our previous tournament back in Mother Netherlands. And, yeah, we're going back to top angle. Whoop, so you had a nice view. But let me know, are you Team Orks or Team Space Marines, guys?
Molly is apparently Team Orks.
I mean, even the Ultramarines are lucky now. They're blue, so that might take that from the Orks.
Yeah, this will be a really interesting game. It's a lot of firepower. That Leviathan, I don't know if he's he basically everything he takes target at is going to be destroyed, but will he get the line of sight to the juicy stuff to kill it right away? That's the question.
It looks like he's gonna get some line of sight to some of the vehicles. It's hard to, in fact, hide everything. I mean, the fun thing about those cannons now is that they're heavy. Even though they only move like 3 inches, they can now move around a little bit and don't suffer the -1 penalty.
Yeah.
So and it looks like he's, in fact, with those mech guns, is gonna be able to get a line of sight to the that's the Leviathan Dreadnought.
That would be a very ballsy move from Molly to really try to shoot the Leviathan. I mean,
yeah,
he can kill several Primaris Marines with his shocker gun, so
yeah.
why bother with the Leviathan? I don't think that at this moment. I think that about 3 of the shock attackers could actually get a line of sight. I don't think they would kill that thing. So,
well, he does have bring it down, so he needs to kill those vehicles to get the points.
yeah, certainly that's true. Yeah,
and I hear him talking about the Leviathan.
but
so
he's got to grind them down as well, and so he needs to kill something, which is basically some scouts, I'd say.
Yeah, so he has both actually. So he needs to do both anyway. So the thing is, he's not gonna score max points on grind them down because there's simply not enough. Because it's models on grind them down, if I'm not mistaken, or is it wounds?
No, grind them down is kill more.
Kill more units. Yeah, I was confused with the number of models. So yeah, he needs to kill more units.
Yeah.
So matter of fact, then it might be better to just target smaller units with those cannons. But we'll see what he does. Here, he's got those buggies moving up, trying to get line of sight. So those buggies move 10 inches. It's the scrap jets.
Yeah.
Very good. They've got the corkscrew upgrade, which means that anything those things charge, and they get to fight twice immediately. And we've had that happen in the other room actually as well. So there was a funny little rules.
That was go get up for some debate, wasn't it?
Yeah. So corkscrew mentions that if the unit can basically fight twice, those corkscrews, but they have to pile in twice. So there was a little rules question because there was a confusion about what exactly a pile-in move is. Because if you are already in base contact with your enemy,
you cannot.
The question is, you can't pile in because you're already in base contact. But actually, it states in the rulebook that even if you are not actually moving,
you
still count as piling in. So you're not stopped from actually attacking twice. So yeah, it's a little rules gimmicky thingy that we had to already explain once before here today, but it does work that way. So these things fight twice, and each time they fight, they have 4 attacks with power claws.
That could hurt.
Yeah, and I do believe those things are death skulls, if I'm not mistaken. So let me take a quick check key.
The last one of the I don't know.
Okay, love me some death skulls. Yeah, the death skulls. Yeah, so death skulls are very good. Death skulls give any infantry objective secured. So if your characters happen to be death skulls, objective secured.
Nice.
If you're bringing anything infantry, very good, especially in this meta, right? In this way, the game is being played nowadays.
You need a lot of obsec.
Yes, and also every unit in every phase gets a reroll to hit, a reroll to wound, and a reroll for damage. And that's especially nice when you have single units with like high-powered shots.
Yeah.
So those scrap jets sport rockets, and it's actually nice to have a few rerolls on hand for those weapons. especially in the combat phase as well. Power claws with rerolls to hit, to wound, and damage become very effective.
Yeah, certainly. I'm really looking forward to see who gets the Grantham down from both players, because the Ultramarines don't have that many units. They are a pain in the ass to shift. Other than the one scout troop, but the rest is not that easy to kill, even for Orks. So
yeah,
that would be the clutch one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right, so welcome to now 52 spectators. Welcome. This is the Hanseatic Alliance Open Warhammer 40k tournament in Bremen. Currently the second largest 40k event this year on the whole planet.
Gotta love it.
Got 101 players playing this awesome game. This is the top table. This is round 2. This is Orks versus Ultramarines, and we are playing the mission battle lines, and Orks are starting on turn 1, and apparently now things start to happening, so I guess we give it to the players then.
Yes, we are well underway in turn 1 here. Like you said, it's Orks versus Ultramarines. So we've entered the shooting phase now.
It's 4, 5 ups. That's guy. Only 1. And 3 up. That's guy. Nothing. And the big shooter on the scouts on 5 4s. Always the good one first. Okay. It's Daka, 5 hits. And on 5 hits, 5. 4 more, so it's 9. 3 up. 5 wounds on the scouts.
I've got 3 models in cover, so 3 ups.
Yeah.
I can take 1. I have 1 more cover left. He does it. The 3 models in cover are dead.
Alright. Okay. Scrapjet, everything in the scouts. First rocket on 6, no. Wings, 4 shots, 5 up. Reroll 2, 2 up. 2 wounds with the rockets.
6 ups.
And the
I
shooter,
can stop rolling.
nothing. Stand up.
You can stop rolling.
Okay. First blood.
Yeah, congratulations.
And then the Dragster.
Wo schießt er hin?
Gone on the aggressors.
Wie weit kann er aber schießen?
24. Ja.
Okay, 36. Gibt ja auch manchmal so eine Plasmawaffe von denen, oder?
No. Super Grot Crew, 3 up.
Ja, wie viel Schuss?
2. Mega Blaster, Death Scar. On Freeze. Death Scar. That's 2 wounds and 1 more rocket. Hits and on 3. No. 2 wounds minus 3.
Also 6?
Yeah. No. First one. 3.
Ein Modell tot.
Next one is 2. Death Scar. 3. 6.
Also 2 tote Modelle.
Yeah.
Muss ich dir den Sergeant
Yeah,
stehen?
okay. Alright. Last this measure gun here. This one on the aggressors.
Worauf schießt die?
Aggressors. 2
Den
shots.
gleichen Druck?
Yeah. 1 hit and nothing. Next one. 2 shots. Nothing. Last one. 2 shots. 1 hit and 1 wound. Minus 4. Nothing.
Hab ich nichts.
And 6. Like here. And so this was one squad. The free guy squad is dead.
The 3
Yeah.
model squad is dead. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the squad you could see from that angle.
Did I already make the snapshot here?
Yeah, you
Okay,
did. You
okay.
did the shot on
Sorry,
the
yeah,
contemptor
okay,
and
okay,
failed to make the wound roll.
The last guy on the bikes.
Yes.
This guy.
Yeah.
It's one shot and one hit, and the wound -4. It's 3.
Okay, then the bike is still alive and 1 wound left.
Yeah. And the next one, 3 shots, 4 ups, 2. Yes and yes. 2 times.
So first bike is dead, and then another damage roll.
Okay. Sound check. 1-1. Good.
Just
And
1 damage roll necessary. The first
Damage
wound
roll.
kills it.
6.
All right. I'll keep the sergeant.
Yeah. The last one can still see.
Okay.
How many shots? 3. 1 hit. 5 up. There.
You
5.
need to. Brauchst du das gleiche oder höher? Dann reicht das.
They have only 5, not 6. 5. Wow.
Strong smasher guns. Who's next?
Next one is Gazgul.
What schießt er?
He goes for aggressors. No, he goes for the aggressors. 5 ups. Daga Daga. And 4 ups. 3, -1.
3 at -1, so 4s. I lose a wound.
Okay. The boys are scrambling around.
Einmal Scouts, einmal 3 Aggressors, einmal 3 Outrider.
Alright. Good turn. And something more? No.
Okay, so that was first turn Orks. He killed a unit of Outriders, a unit of Scouts, and a unit of Aggressors. That is plenty, actually. Well, I'm not shocked, but I'm really well, looking forward to see how that turns out for the Ultramarines. Then there was quite a hit. Actually, well, losing some units is quite alright, but actually losing a pack of Outriders and Aggressors, that puts a dent into the list, and it's 3 units, and I'm really, well, let's see if the Ultramarines can, well, kill 4 units to get that grind them down. We'll see about that. The internet says that Orks are weak codex and can't possibly beat Marines. Yeah, no. At this point, I'm willing to say that most of the armies can beat most of the armies. There are certain builds to beat anything. There are some armies that are just not that good at the moment, but it's certainly not Orks. They can do the thing.
What, are you saying Orks are bad?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was exactly saying the opposite.
I was about to fight you right there. Excellent, yeah. So we had our first turn for Orks. Sebastian here recapped it a little bit, but look at the Orcs go. Some damage being dealt. Actually, some aggressors, like 2 or 3, right, being deleted from the game, which is actually quite a big deal.
Yeah.
Because every aggressor down is like, what, like 16 shots or some stuff? Of raw pew coming at you. And also, look at Gazgul running up the board right there. Huh? He's going for the throat or the objective. Either way. And we probably have to deploy scramblers being done in one of the deployment zones. Undoubtedly, some unit is doing deploy scramblers in the Morley's deployment zone. I'm waging. And didn't actually. So he destroyed 1 unit of aggressors. So he killed 1 unit, I think.
Aber nichts. But there's still a lot of potential to come back, so therefore...
nothing like unsurmountable has happened yet, right? No. I mean, losing 3 aggressors sort of sucks, but I mean, he's got another unit with those running around, and
Well, Neil, several people on the internet say that Corona is a hoax. So, well, there you go. That there are moments where the internet is wrong.
It's fake news, everybody. Fake news. And yeah. So it's now up to Kai and his Ultramarines to start making a move as well. So next turn the objectives will activate.
Yeah.
And looking at it right now, Kai, or Morley rather, is standing on 2. I'm assuming Gaskell's probably within 3 inches of the bottom center one.
He is within 3.
And then he's got his own one. So he's poised to start scoring 3 points at the beginning of his turn. Kai starts making moves. Now he won't. Both players won't be getting each other's objectives so soon yet.
Playing Gaskell aggressive is always a great idea because the list of Kai isn't capable of killing Gaskell within 1 turn. There are not that many lists that can do that because you need to get him down in shooting, in sea phase, and in close combat, which he just cannot do. So he's left with shooting, and that will take several turns.
Yeah, exactly. So downside of Gaskell is he's fairly slow. Now with the FAQ rules, he can run and charge still. Used to be that he had that Warboss rule, but didn't affect himself because the Warboss, here we go, buff that Warbosses gave only affected infantry, and it's been FAQ to also affect Gaskell himself, so he can make himself run and charge. But still, Gaskell a little bit slow, but a big denial unit. You know, nothing wants to be anywhere near Gaskell if they can help it, and the fact that Gaskell can only suffer 4 wounds each turn makes it so that it takes a few turns to deal with him. Especially the Ultramarines army here isn't super fast, and looking at the list, the only way this Ultramarine army deals any damage mostly is with shooting power. And so it'll probably take around 4 turns of shooting to take Gaskell down, and that's 4 turns of objective denial that Gaskell can do.
Yes,
which is very effective when you're playing an objective game. So Kai is gonna move out. He has to play that objective game here. He has to be a little bit mindful of the 2 what's it called, the Chinorks coming in next turn, because those pose a threat. I'm not super sure what's in the Chinorks. Do you know, Sebastian, what's in the Chinorks currently?
No, I'm not.
So it's going to be a surprise for the both of us.
Basically.
So I can take the list and take a guess.
You take a guess, but before you do that, I would just like to do some, well, not really adsy stuff, but tell you people out there, we've got several lovely sponsors for the prize pool, etc. And what we do have as well is our friends from Art of War 40k. Maybe the one or the other dude know who that is. This is Nick Nanavati and John Lennon and Richard Siegler, all the great players from the US. They're teaming up to form Art of War 40k, where you can get consultation. They help you play 40k, they help you build their lists, and they have a lot of output during the week. They have several classes that you can attend to and learn your own faction and well, ask questions and everything. This usually costs you a wee bit of money, but with a little bit of luck you can win a free month of access to the Art of War room. This usually costs you $27 a month. What you get is you get into a Facebook group where you can watch a video every day that is especially made for all the war room members about, like, say, one day is a faction focus for Xenos, or one day is a faction focus for Space Marines, for Imperials, etc. They have live games during the week. You can watch all those exclusive stuff, which is top-notch 40k content. I subscribe to those guys as well, and I gotta say, it's really cool stuff. So we've got this, and we've got basically the same thing for German players as well. We've got the sponsor, which is Breaking Heads 40k. Those are Fred and Bell and several other great German players who won a ton of events. And for the Germans out there, they can win these prizes as well, and they get a free month of Patreon only content for Breaking Heads 40k. So what do you have to do? The only thing, it is quite easy to win anything. You just have to put in the chat !raffle, so that is RAFFLE, and you get your ticket for the raffle, and you're in. And after this game, we just roll the dice and see who will win, and maybe he will win a a free month for Out of War, or he will win a free month for Breaking Head, depending what language he is speaking and what he does want to win. So there we go. Those are the first ones that goes in. It's exclamation mark raffle, and then you're in the pool, and maybe you win and can learn.
Win free stuff. Yeah.
Thank you so much to Nick, to Richard, and the other guys from the Art of War 40k doing great job out there. And thank you very much to Fred, Bell, and the guys here from Germany from BreakingHeads40k.com. Check out those guys. Check out the content, the podcast, the videos, everything about them. And thank you very much for supporting this stream.
Yes. Look at all the stuff.
Danny, no, you know.
Is Danny putting in up to his usual shenanigans in the chat?
Yeah, I'm pretty
here,
sure that Danny's online with about 18 accounts just to win this.
It's probably all Danny,
Yeah.
All those accounts.
Talking to himself.
Because he has to speak, he only wants to speak to people of his own caliber, so, yeah. So we've got a guy still in his movement phase here, is deliberately moving things up. He doesn't have a whole lot on the board, and he's quickly going to be beset by a lot of units, so he has to keep his perimeter, so to say. So he basically has a decision to make here, because he's going to have to contest one of those two center objectives before the game starts running, before Morley is going to run away with the points too far. Now, on the top center objective might be a bit more of a tasty choice for him, as there is a little bit less threat up there than there is on the bottom. Because on the bottom objective there is a Gaskell. So if he wants to contest that objective, he's going to have to deal with the Gaskell. Although Gaskell isn't objective secured, so putting something on there that simply is objective secure and make it survive until next turn would be enough. Unfortunately, the Ultramarines is an army that doesn't have a lot of throwaway units. So every unit that does die is a unit that will be felt.
That had some kind of job.
Yes.
Yeah, losing the scouts won't be that much of it. Yeah,
No,
losing
the scouts,
either the outriders or the aggressors, but losing both.
Throwing away scouts to get points, you do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but on the other hand, well, if you deploy it like that, and with Ultramarines, you still have the possibility to redeploy. So
yes, and can you do that mid-game then as well?
No,
only at the beginning, right?
Well, at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, because he redeployed his impulsor to the other side, behind the building, basically, to protect it from...
Okay, but why would you think that because Molly choose bringing down? Maybe that's the case.
Yeah, I think so.
Have his vehicle safe. That could be a reason. Yeah, well.
So I've got a feeling. I'm not quite sure. Basically, the two armies are going to swing. I think the Ultramarine army is going to sort of swing upwards.
Yeah.
And I think the Ork army is going to sort of swing downwards.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to happen here. And then at some point they're going to have to engage each other and try and grab the other objective.
Yet the thing is that I think you're right. The Ultramarines will go the northern route, let's say, and the Orks are southern. But the Ultramarines don't have anything to save themselves on the southern side, which is the Orks has got a lot of stuff on the north as well. There's a lot of terrain already covered by the Ork player.
Yeah.
Well, they will prove their ground. Actually, this will be a very tough game for the Ultramarines. If it wouldn't have been from the first minute it is now.
Yeah, it's looking at it right now, it's going to be a tough game for the Ultramarines actually, which I sort of low-key love. I love a good game, but I love Orks to win, man. I'm so super biased. And
you've seen his models, right?
I've seen his models. They're awesome, man. But look. The boys in blue are Ultramarines, and we all know Ultramarines are good. He's got some good punchy units with a lot of firepower. So he's going to have to, the starting 2 turns, he's probably going to have to take out a lot of units to create space for him to actually take objectives. And we'll see if he's able to bring the herd right now. He's got that twin last cannon Contemptor Dreadnought up in the top. And he's peeking out, and he's got that Contemptor Dreadnought with the twin storm cannon arrays, I believe they're called, which can put out a lot of damage as well.
Yes, yes. We are in turn 1, so Devastator Doctrine is active. So
Exactly.
we have 20 shots, strength 7 minus 3 for 2 damage. Basically, the Leviathan, he looks at something and that will die. Especially with the Seal of Oath buff, which just means that target, everything you shoot into that gets full rerolls to hit,
Yeah.
to wound. So everything, so it's basically a fuck that guy in particular strategy with a unit that does that in an excellent way.
We've got some line of sight checking going on here. I think both players agree, though. He can see. Trying to target the buggies. No doubt.
Jesus. Alright. So Kai is taking his time, which he should.
Yep.
This is already extremely important phase for him.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. He can't lose much more.
He only got like three successors. No, not successor. Jesus Christ, what is the name of those jump thingies?
Oh,
subscribers, no.
suppressors.
Suppressors.
Yes.
3 suppressors.
They also sort of suppress your ability to speak a little bit here, huh?
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
So 3 suppressors in reserve, so that is
Yes.
not that much actually.
Yes, correct. They're gonna come on somewhere turn 2, 3, providing some long-ranged autocannon fire support. They're actually quite killy, damage 2 weapons, and I do believe whatever they shoot at, that unit can't overwatch, if I'm correct, right? But I don't know if that's going to be super relevant against Morley's list here.
Okay, so what did you do? There's like a pack of intercessors in the middle ruin.
Yes. So those are, I think, aggressors even? Looking at the models, or no?
Really? Well, what did they advance? Then
I'm going to take a quick look what unit that is, actually.
yeah. But it's for dudes. That might be the second aggressor squad.
Those are the aggressors.
Yes. Okay. All right. But at the moment, without any kind of source for rerolls, right? Okay, he tries to get the chapter master in, then yeah.
So yeah, he's still moving around, but that is quite the aggressive move, even though they're named aggressors.
Yeah. Well, with their 5 move inch, they usually not that aggressive when it comes
Yeah.
to
However, they are standing in front of 2 of those corkscrew scrap jets. So if he doesn't deal with the scrap jets, those things are going to put, if 2 are going to get in there,
they're dead.
that's 16 combined 16 bark laws attacks that are going to go in there. But I've got a feeling that he's going to target those anyways.
Yeah,
So.
the question is if you can. Yeah, maybe, but I don't think that every one of the aggressors. Well, I don't know if these.
No, they won't all die.
No, but the question is, I don't know if it's the angle or not, but I don't think that all the aggressors can actually see the scrap jet in front of them because
No.
the other one is then an obscure in ruin as well.
No, exactly. But he still has the dreadnought with the twin last cannon peeking out around the corner, and he has the Leviathan dreadnought that's probably going to move itself in position to see some stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. But yeah, interesting move with the aggressors.
Yeah, the Leviathan is not in a good position at the moment.
No, standing like that over there, it won't be able to see a whole lot.
Well, the Leviathan is surprisingly fast, but he only got like 24-inch range, so that is not a lot.
Yeah, and where it's standing right now, it's not able to see a whole lot.
No. If anything.
Okay, so he's going to shoot.
I think he can see maybe... No, not even that. Maybe one of the scrap jets.
Yeah, so I'm going to put it over to...
But that maybe there's each letter is a capital one.
Na, die Granatwürfe würde ich dann danach würfeln. Ich habe ja die festen 6 Schuss Bolter, die würde ich zuerst würfeln. Ja.
So
this
60
is the,
spectators, thank you very much for for watching us. And,
Die Rerolls vom Chapter.
we hope you have fun, and I think we give it to the players now because there's some shooting going on. That could be
yes, we got the aggressors firing into the one of the scrap jets, if I'm not mistaken. They've got the rerolls from the chapter master. So 6 wounds going through. We've got some saves being required here. So 2 wounds being done on that scrap jet. That's not a whole lot. Those things have 9 wounds, so not super effective firepower as of yet, but that's only 2 aggressors, I believe. So he's got some more firing to do. That's some more hits.
Well, it's only wounding on 5. So
well, 5's required, yeah, no rerolls or anything. So 4 wounds, 4 more saves required. 5 ups, and he makes 3. Okay, so that scrap jet's now down to 6 wounds.
And those are the grenade launchers now.
Yes. Which also apparently fire bolt guns.
Yeah,
Bolt
well,
grenades.
let's bolt some bolts.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got more 5s required, so this is a bunch more, so... Oh, that's another pretty poor roll, I think, actually. Yeah, alright, oh, okay, so 3 more saves. So he's being very hot with his saves here, so that thing's down to 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually Morley's being very hot on his saves. That thing statistically should have been brought down now. But it's still alive on 3 wounds.
Yeah.
So there's another one firing on the bottom. That's the what's that buggy called again? Or whatever. Bottom buggy.
Shock dragster.
Shock jump dragster. Thank you. That's another 3 6s on saves. Come on, Marley. You got to give us a game here. You can't be saving that hot. Okay.
There was a damage reroll.
Yep.
CP, so no rerolls.
Nope, no more
the shooting
rerolls.
phase left.
This shooting phase. So we've got some random intercessor bolt guns. Oh yeah, he's got the stalkers. So these can actually deal the damage. So he hits with all of them. Oh no, 1 missed. 5 ups required. 1, but if it goes through, it's 3 damage. So it's a -2, right? No, so that's 3 damage. Chapter Master going after Gaskell now. It's a lot of shots actually that Chapter Master has. Wait, what?
Yeah. That's that chapter master got a lot of bells and whistles on him.
No, that's
12 shots.
It's a lot of gun.
Yeah, it's basically a dude from the Custodes.
Okay.
So that's 4 mortal wounds and 6 armor saves.
Jeez, and these things all do what? 1 damage or 2?
1.
Okay.
I hope.
So that's 4 wounds going into Gaskell.
Yeah, exactly. CJ's got the weird relic weapon.
Yeah. The 6 up. Nope. So that shock dragster is
There goes one of the Draxes.
yeah. So one of the Draxes is destroyed here. That's the twin last cannon blowing it up. That shot jump dragster, you couldn't see it, but it was in the top center ruin.
Yeah.
So that's at least 1 kill. So he needs to get 1 more kill to actually deny Morley's grind them down.
Yeah, brutal combo with this rapid fire relic gun.
Yeah, that's a lot of freaking shots, dude.
Plus 6 is a mortal wound.
Yeah, so it's actually a very decent gun. With the number of shots, those 6s become relevant. Okay, yeah, so he's going for some smashy guns, looks like. Maybe to get some more kills. But you know, he's putting a lot of like wounds on different units, but nothing so far except for the Drex that's going down.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of stuff. That's so okay. So he destroys one of the cannons. So I do believe with that he denies the grind them down. And he also has grind them down himself. So I believe now that Tidal grind them down, if I'm not mistaken. So he needs one more kill to actually score himself. Grind them down.
Well, that with Drexler shot jump thing, you should have been dead, right?
Yeah.
But maybe he should have gone like the southern route for the Leviathan to get more shots into the Drexler, actually.
Yeah, I don't think the oh yeah, walked south. Yeah, well, he had some. Yeah, so Morley had some like unstatistical saves. He made more than he should.
Yeah, sure, but
so that kind of messed with his plan.
But that is always going to happen, right?
Sometimes that's going to happen. Yeah, yeah.
Well, you have to assume that it can happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he could be prepping for next turns. Yeah, I don't think this was his plan though to actually deal some wounds to things. I just think that Morley got exceptionally lucky on saves. So that's so they check the clock. So I do believe that the turn goes back to Morley now. So it's turn 2 for the Orks. So yeah. So as Sebastian was asking, and Kai confirmed, he has a point for grind them down. Is that 1 point? How many points do you get when you score grind them down? So he has no engage in. Oh no, yo. So, okay, yeah. So he has a engage on all fronts for 2. Actually, that's Morley.
It's kill more for the Orks, right? The Orks lost.
No.
The Orks lost the Burner Bomber and one of the Dragsters. So
okay.
2 kills for Space Marines.
Yeah, so that's how many points again? If you have more?
3, I think.
Yeah, so 3 and grind them down. Yeah, 3 points. Thanks, CJ. Okay. And he also has a bring it down for the Burner Bomber, which is more than 10 wounds, so that's 3 points if I'm not mistaken.
3 points, and the Shock Jump Dragster thingy gets 2 points.
Yes, so 2 points. So he's on 8 currently. To, 0.
No, Morley starts with at least 10 points because he scores primary.
Yeah, well now, this turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are in round 2. Yeah, okay. So he has control 1.
And kill more.
He has control 2. And
you got kill more.
He has control more. So
yes, that is true. He will get 15 for primary because he's holding more. He's holding 2 and he's holding more.
Exactly. Yeah, he's got 2 objectives and he's currently holding more.
So it has 15.
So yeah.
Yeah, so 15 primary plus kill more. It's 18 then.
Did the Orcs score kill more?
Yeah.
I thought the
Orcs killed 3 and the Ultramarines killed 2.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So I misunderstood. So he's actually on 18, and then Kai and his Ultramarines scored 5 points on Bring It Down.
Yes.
Okay. So currently, guys, at the top of turn 2, it's 18 points to the Orcs for 5 points to the Ultramarines. So that's right off the gate, actually a pretty big point swing. Although that kind of was to be expected. when you just have an army that spreads itself out like the Orks do. So we're going now into the Orks' movement phase. So that scrapjet is advancing.
This is not the one that can make this weird.
No, this is
teleporting stuff, right?
This is a scrapjet, I think. So, yeah. So here we have the march of the mech guns. As those things continue to just crawl up the board to get a little bit of better sight.
Yeah, I think Molly can control this situation. I can see you, you can see me. I think he will always be the one that can shoot first, which is a big deal, actually.
Yeah, he's pretty much has the initiative throughout this game. So you've got another scrapjet holding up. So currently it's grabbing that objective. It can also pretty much make a charge and still be on that objective. Although you might give those aggressors a free pilot towards the objective if he's not careful. And here's Gazi just trucking up the board. He's making a beeline for those aggressors. He's having none of that.
Yeah. He wants to. Those aggressors are so dead.
If he makes the charge, they are absolutely 100% gone. Yeah. And then you have a Gaskell in the middle of your board.
Yeah. Gazi is coming for the Leviathan.
Yeah, he's gonna basically make the charge.
But Gazi is a monster, right?
Yeah.
He's not infantry.
No. So there's some drawbacks actually to that. You know, no fighting twice stratagem. No being able to move through ruins, stuff like that. So he's big and killy, but he's clunky, and he doesn't have the same utility that a normal war boss has. But I mean, he has other stuff to make up for that.
Yeah, Tom Adriani, Battle Lines is the most skewed mission for going first. It should be binged or have another objective in the center.
Yep.
Yeah, I cannot say you're wrong, man.
Nope. Yeah, this is a hard one.
Yeah, especially if you're going second.
Yeah, you basically, as we say, Null is running behind the facts. Like we said, right? Orks are pretty much always going to have the initiative until there comes a point where he loses too much, and loses the initiative. But the question is, will that happen?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But this is only
I think, you know, losing the aggressors turn one wouldn't be that big of an issue, but losing the outrider, which is a very mobile accessory to the whole list.
Yes, he only has one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's only one of those outriders left. Yeah, that's one of the few very mobile units that he does have. For instance, those outriders could have moved up the board to that top center objective.
Yeah.
And actually grabbed it for himself.
Yeah.
And or contested it even.
That is true.
So yeah, that could have been like a 5-point denial.
Yes, and if the aggressors are going down this turn, then that would basically mean that Kai will not have any chance for the foreseeable future to get to that objective.
No, I mean he'll still have his suppressors, I guess.
Yeah, but they will not get onto that objective.
So yeah, and also here's the problem, right? So Gaskell makes that charge. Now he's behind that ruin, and he'll probably be safe.
Although
for most of the shooting.
Gotta have a look if there's something in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really have to make some pictures of those. I
Yep.
will make a walk around the table so you can give me.
Yeah. Well, we are going to give the handicap to Sebastian. He's going to get in there and make some more action. Yeah. So here we go. You're up. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, going deep in the lands, in the wastelands. Look at that. That's a cool ass conversion. So that's a scrapjet conversion. Scratch build. I love it. Looks like some battle wagon parts, some killer can rocket parts, and so there's a kill saw in the front. And here we have the converted flyer. And that looks really cool, right? What's cooler than a demon flyer? It's a demon flyer being looted by orcs, and then of course being improved. So we've got some more converted. That's another scrapjet there. Look at that orc peeking out of there, screaming out of his lungs. And here we have Gaskell with a squig head. So that's Squig Ghoul. I'm gonna call him Squig Ghoul from now on. And he's coming. He's coming for those aggressors, man. This is. And we have the back line here being dominated by all the mech guns. So that's Gretchen Town right there with all the mech guns. I mean, those Gretchens feel pretty big with those mech guns, I'll tell you. Just having the time of their life, just shooting big lasers at the big bad Space Marines. And then we have got the stoic Space Marines defending their lines. So we've got the captain surrounded by his intercessors. Here we have a Chinork being dropped down at the end of the movement phase. Yeah, that looks great. And we're back at the top view again. So we've got dice rolls going down. So we're starting with some mech guns firing.
Those are the sweetest conversions you've ever seen, and I don't know.
That looked great. That was a great view. So here we have the top two mech guns firing into the Contemptor Dreadnought. So we've got a little firefight going on there in that top lane. So one goes through, just one damage. Alright, so it's only one damage though. So just a little tickle. Actually, he made us feel no pain, so it didn't even tickle.
Okay, so scrapjet now.
So yeah, so there's fire being opened, I do believe.
Grootjes uit Rotterdam.
Yep.
Was that right?
Hmm?
Was that right?
That was pretty
right?
close, man. Only the G is a hard G, so groetjes.
Grootjes.
Uit Rotterdam. Ja.
So how you pronounce, is it then Ruud or Guut?
No, Ruud.
Ruud, right?
Yeah.
All right. With the rolling
You
R.
usually call him Rude.
Yeah, yeah, but because it is.
All right, so
Right,
we've got
so
some more
there's a
film pains
6
being
of
made by
them,
the So we've got some more firepower, I do believe, going into the Contemptor at the top, making some feel no pains. Got some Dakas going down. Daka. That Daka, I'll tell you, can get obnoxious quite quick.
Yes. You only, as an opponent, you only see the 5 and 6, and then think, yeah, right, all right, yeah. Half your dice are
sure,
always
man.
5
You
and 6,
fire
sure.
like out of 2 to 3 shots, you've got like 8 rocket hits. Sure, why not, man?
Yeah, that's well, that's cool.
The best I've done is literally fire 2 to 3 rockets, and then I fired like 5 rockets, and I ended up with 7 hits. My opponent was just looking.
Have you seen the damage rolls from Ruud's Melters last game?
No.
So the first fusion was a +1 in damage, and he was like, damn it, do I re-roll it? Nah, I've got several left. Next one, +1.
Oh,
so he actually re-rolled that, but a +1 into a +1 is quite rare.
+1, the unicorn of rerolls. So we've got more Feel No Pain, so more firepower going into that Contemptor. Yeah, so that's That's a lot of damage going into that contender.
I
Actually.
actually never seen this Contemptor model in real life, and I was like, wow, what the hell? That is so tiny.
Yeah, he's pretty small for a Dreadnought, really.
Yeah.
He's quite slim. He's a slim boy.
Yep.
Fit. He's fit. The other Dreadnoughts are more thick.
Yeah, playing Custodes, that is a laughable small dude.
Yeah.
I don't know why Custodes can have that one in their lists, because that looks ridiculous to all the other models.
Dreadnought should be clunky, right?
I mean, a Dawn Eagle jet bike is more...
It's pretty much a walking coffin, so it should be a little clunky.
Yeah.
To one rocket.
So, saves for the custom Mega Blaster.
Yes.
Damage 2.
Yeah.
5 up.
5 up save. So that's 3 flat 3 damage going through. Yeah, that hurts a bit because those are the Stalker Bolt Revs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So yeah, every one of those.
That's
gone
why he exhaled sharply, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, rockets are good at killing everything, really. Like flat damage 3, sure. Fire at Marines.
It would be weird if they can't even kill the Marine, right?
Yeah. I've seen weirder things. I've seen like cannons. Not
I've
being able
seen
to
some
kill
things,
them.
man.
Yeah.
I've seen some things.
Back in my day. Yep. So that's a wound. So that's another. That's the
dead
last
one.
of the Stalker Bolt Run Marines dying. It's a rare sight to see Space Marines being outshot by Orks here. Yeah, it's
Well,
getting.
that was basically the things that I said, you know, that the Orks will just have the initiative in this game, that
Yeah.
they can be the one that shoot first, and
They actually have a quality.
there is a lot of terrain on the field, but there are a lot of line or axes that you can draw line of sight through.
Yes.
And if you're into the and these axes are at the moment full with Orks.
Yep. And there's a lot of firepower comes from the buggies, and they can still move around. They're quite speedy.
Yeah. Yeah. Six.
Yeah, okay, here we go again.
Just yep, you know.
I'm just gonna casually roll some more Deca here and kill your entire army in one turn. Yeah, that's
2
nothing new.
5-ups. Make one.
Okay, that's good. So you make a save. So 1.
3 damage to another one.
Yep.
Another one dead.
Okay, so he's fighting the aggressors now. So actually, interestingly, no transhuman or anything. So I would have expected the transhuman to come out here. Actually,
I don't know how many CP they got though.
Hmm.
3 left. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of pew-pews going through.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 6s as well. I'm just gonna continue and throw more 6s here.
Those are so many 5s and 6s. Jesus Christ.
Is that's Gaskell's gun, I think. It's Mork's Roar. String 5, so.
Death Guards reroll.
So yeah, 8.
8 wounds. So -2 with D3 damage.
So what's firing here then?
Yeah.
I'm confused. What's firing? Is that?
The Gasgul.
No, Gaskell's gun isn't D3.
Okay.
I'll ask in a second what this is exactly. So yeah, that's a good point. Actually, DJ Triple, he does only have one.
Rattler cannons. All right, from the helicopter. Rattler cannons from the Chinook dock.
How many cannons?
2.
2 cannons.
2 rattling cannons.
And they are D3 damage, eh? Wow, okay, though that's even new to me, but that's a lot of damage going through, actually.
2d6 shots, -2 with D3 and strength. Oh,
5. So
that
that's
is
decent.
quite an odd profile.
Yeah, it's an odd profile. But it's effective against Marines in this case.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, DJ Triple, he's probably going to save his transhuman for when Gaskell charges, although it's a big question now if Gaskell makes that charge. It's quite a big charge. But I mean, you can also throw in the buggy there and have 8 attacks.
Yeah, kill him with a buggy, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if Gaskell is needed at all.
Yeah, those guys, I think, are a bit of a gunner. And then I'm going to have to be honest here and say it's going to be looking a little rough.
Yeah, it's pretty grimdark for the Marines, actually. Ba-dum-bum. Okay, all right, guys. Let me tell you again about this great raffle that we got going on. If you type in !raffle, that is RAFFLE, then you have the chance to win a free month of content from our friends from Art of War 40k. You can enter their war room and see all the videos that they make and get into the Facebook group where every day you will see another video, a strategic guide, tips for certain factions. They got every day a new video. That's pretty cool. Or you can win a free month of Patreon only content from Breaking Heads 40k. Those are our German friends, Fred Bell and a couple of more guys, and you can get early access on several, no, not early access, you can access only on several podcast episodes, and in their Facebook group you can ask questions and so on and so on. So if you want to win one of those prizes, type in !raffle.
Yeah, win yourself free stuff.
You know, get yourself free stuff because we got lots of free stuff. No, actually, we kind of blessed this time with extremely nice sponsors. Got a lot of prizes for the players.
Yeah,
a lot of prizes for the people that are watching the stream. So yeah,
we've got these awesome mouth masks that are being supported by Games Workshop Fan World. Which I like. They're like Ultramarine masks, which are pretty cool. We even had energy drinks here that we're drinking here, and it's keeping us up during the stream.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. And we've got lots of more. Like our prizes being sponsored here.
Yeah, we've got Kutami, a tabletop and hobby shop here in Bremen, where the Hanseatic Alliance Open is happening. Then we got the Taschengeld Deep, a shop from the south part of Germany. Great prizes there. They specialize in every part of.
It looks like both those units make their charge. Well, the Scrapjet was no question.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But Gasco got in there as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So there's some drilling.
So I don't think we're going to see Transhuman now, because it's not worth throwing Transhuman on 2. Those are gone.
Yeah, I basically don't think we will.
But he did move his
actually. So
Yep.
Yeah, this is very grim at the moment.
Well, depending on what perspective you're looking at it. I mean, for the Orks, it's looking great.
So there's our TO.
Everything is going fine.
Everything is going fine.
I've got Martijn here in the booth.
Weird question. So
you want to tell it to the world?
9th edition is good to be a TO for.
Yeah.
Not that many questions, are there?
No, and everything is fine.
That's pretty clear. All in all, yeah.
So how's the game looking?
It's looking pretty good for the Orks right now.
Pretty good for the Orks, actually. Yeah. A lot of damage. Kai took quite a big hit.
And he's in the middle of the board.
And so Neil, there's actually 2 units of suppressors in reserve.
Yeah.
1 unit. So 2 units of 3. Not sure if that's going to make a lot of difference, but there you go.
There's no problems with masks. Sometimes you have to remind people to be 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
And that's
and then of course we have the Eradicators.
We don't have any weird.
There's them as well.
So. Cool. That's great.
So 2 units of Eradicators actually, and then 2 units of suppressors.
One unit of Eradicators is on the field actually.
Are they in the top there? Okay, so 1 unit of Eradicators is being outflanked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to TOing.
So doing nothing then.
Yeah. Go back
because no one has any questions.
Go back and do nothing, you slacker.
So there goes the TO then.
Yeah, I'm a TO technically. You are as well.
Oh yeah. So I always forget that.
Still TO.
So he is back to get some drinks.
I'm a TO. I have all the power.
They have their ones.
Yeah, we're offering more energy to our players here. More sugar.
There's no sugar. It's all energy.
So that was the end of Morley's turn. So let's see.
So Morley, what did you score? Engage or 2. So
did you do any deploy scramblers? Nowhere. Only your own deployment zone, yeah.
This was more like a doing damage kind of turn.
Yep. We're now went into the killing the entire enemy army
And
phase.
apparently
of the
spreading
game.
out more
Yep.
of the boys because they could have scrambled.
All right, guys, change the plan. Just kill them good.
Okay. Yeah. Die Boys hast du dann advancen lassen, ja? Ja, okay.
Gotta say, the energy drink is not too bad.
No, it isn't. It's pretty good, actually, yeah.
Not too shabby. That energy drink is not too shabby.
Auf dem Contemptor? So the Contemptor has 1 wound. So what did you kill then? Nochmal Eradicator on? Okay. So 2 units. So Molly killed 2 units, 1 Eradicators and Aggressors. But the Eradicators in the upper ruin? No. How? Ah, alright, those... Yeah, so there are no Eradicators in reserve whatsoever. It's only Suppressors then. So the only thing left in reserve is the 1 unit of Suppressors. 1 unit of Eradicators just died. The Contemptor was left on 1 wound. There's another unit of Eradicators in the northwestern ruin with the Impulsor. Yeah, and everything else you see on the table. So basically 1 pack of Interceptors.
Yeah.
The Leviathan.
The Leviathan he's gonna have to pull weight. I mean, he's swole. He's gonna lift some weight here.
Yeah.
He could kill off that 1 wounded mech gun and then probably kill another. I mean, each one of those cannons is worth 2 points as it is a vehicle.
So Kai's plan apparently, well, seems to me, he is going with the Chapter Master on the bike, and he's got the Leviathan with him. So I think he wants, well, firstly he wants to give the rerolls to the Leviathan, of course, and
Yes.
I think he wants to screen a little bit so Gaskell has it's a more difficult way to charge him. Could be one thing, or he's charging his Gaskell in its own
Well, yeah,
way.
the thing is, Gaskell's on 4 wounds, so you can't kill him this turn unless he shoots off 4 wounds first. I could do that because the Chapter Master.
And then kill him in close combat.
Yeah, he could do that.
Yeah, the Chapter Master, if he's lucky enough with his mortal wounds, he can kill Gaskell this turn.
But then Gaskell can swing when he dies because that's based on character.
But the Chapter
keyword.
Master has a 3-up invuln, right? 4-up?
Yeah, so-
Well, lame duck!
So yeah, if Gaskell swings in death, he's probably taking that Chapter Master with him. But
Yes.
I mean, it's good. It's a trade I'd probably take.
Yeah, big 40 mech. Molly's Orks are most beautiful Orks you've ever seen, certainly. But he's been painting that army for about 10 years, so...
It's a plan.
Sure as hell
decades
should
in the
look good.
making. Yeah, this is the second time, man, I've seen an Orc mech army dominate the field like they do. Last one was actually a lot of scrap jets and then a lot of planes. So, and
Which can work in 9th as well.
it works. It works. Apparently, it works like a freaking charm.
It's just so great to see at the moment
But
that most of the armies can really contest in this game.
Yeah, but
I mean, yeah, Marines are really, really strong. Salamanders are insanely good.
Yep.
We saw that in game 1.
Yep.
Where Root needed basically to do everything to get this win in. And White Scars, played by an experienced players, are maybe the best faction in the game at the moment.
yeah, White Scars are pretty good with that insane movement, man.
Yeah, but they have a very high skill curve, actually. More so than other Space Marines, which usually don't have that much of a high skill curve list because, well, GW builds this army that everyone can use it to
It's
perform several.
It's resilient, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing. So
It's just good.
You can make a mistake, but then,
Yeah.
like if you, for instance, make a mistake with Harlequins, it's usually very punishing.
As with Custodes.
It's with Custodes as well, yeah. And then Space Marines don't suffer as much from that. And then of course,
Let's see
Orcs.
with the new codex, right? If not everything gets all the rerolls, we'll see how that will work out.
Yeah, well then rerolls will now only work on troops, right? Or core units, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Which
see
is
what.
a little weird to me.
Yeah, that I think that will have a very fluffy impact actually, because I have 3 armies. So, Custodes, I have Blood Angels, and AdMech. So, and I would think that GW says an AdMech, not the infantry or the troops are core units, but the vehicles are, because the army is made of vehicles. This is the main point of the army. That is their thing.
Yeah.
So I think the chances are that this can just be a very, very fluffy
like a specific
rule
thing.
that makes sense in a way. So we'll see about that.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense to me that vehicles don't get like inspiring presence from that to me makes sense.
Right, but for AdMech it should make sense because
there's
nothing inspiring, but there's all freaking mechanics that make their cast better.
Well, they sing to the machines.
Yes.
Soothing sounds.
To the machine spirit,
yes,
actually.
It's they brought out a CD recently. It's Soothing Sounds of the Omnissiah.
Core for Space Marines is all non-vehicles except Centurions. Well, those friggin' baby carriers, nobody knows what freakish nature they are, so... So no rerolls anymore for any kind of vehicle, except, well, there will be some stratagem for that, I reckon.
Oh. So, as
speeders are vehicles and they are
somebody in
vehicles,
chat aptly
cool, okay.
aptly said it's probably now a game mostly for Kai to get as many points as he can. He's not going to win the mission anymore, or the game rather. I don't think. So
he will do the best he can.
Yeah, you need to score even if you're losing. You need to score as many points as you can.
Yeah. That is so true. Apparently, there's not that much energy in those energy drinks.
Hey, maybe another one of those energy drinks right there. Sponsored by Games Workshop Fan World. Well, it would make sense if a dreadnought gets inspired, right? It's basically like a Space Marine inside Walker. Like I can see I can see him. You know, he still has the ability to be inspired, so I can see that happening. But I mean, just a random tank driving around, just being shouted at by the commander, makes less sense to me. All right, so we're well into the shooting phase here. So we've got these intercessors taking some shots. Nope, so that's some wounds going through. 4 damage on that. All right, so he rerolled it. He rerolled it into a 6. You're being way too lucky. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, this is not like the entire shooting phase is not amounting to a whole lot, guys. Like it's more wounds being done here and there, but nothing being actually destroyed. He needs to start deleting things, or else he just gets shot off. And then if he gets shot off, then in turn he can't get any points, because the way he gets points is by killing. 2 of his missions are based on killing.
What killing? Kill!
DJ Triple saying judges should recheck those dice. I think you're correct. There's some orc voodoo going into those dice.
DJ Cripple?
Yeah, we rolled like saves, making 6-up saves like it's nothing.
Huh? All right, so it's Gaskell versus the Chappie.
Here we go. But that Chappie is proper killy.
Okay, so it's
Because yeah, that's true. So we'll see. Here we've got the chaplain going into Gaskell over here. Alright, chapter master rather.
There we go.
Sorry. Hitting on 2s.
Wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s. Nothing. Alright, full reroll. Oh, 3. Okay, so he reroll into 3. That's good. So he needs 4 ups here. So he
what
rolled one
model
6
it
there,
is
so
for the
that's at
6?
least a mortal wound. 4 up. From the
Makes 2.
from the prophet of Gork and Mork. But it doesn't kill him.
Did Gaskell get any damage during shooting phase?
Nope. So he's on 8 wounds now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So Gaskell's gonna hit. So hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because he's a Goth. And Goths is the best. So it's strength Gajillion.
12 or something, right?
Yeah, some ridiculous shit. Strength Gajillion, I think is the technical term. So it's 5 wounds, 4 ups required here for the Iron Halo. He only makes 1.
Okay, and he will fight again.
Yeah, he'll fight on death now. You know, it'd be funny if Gaskell dies and he chooses to fight on death as well.
Yes.
But then there's nothing to fight.
1 mortal wound.
Okay. So 3 saves required here. Okay, so he actually kills
Gazi goes
Yeah.
down, but he takes the chapter master with him.
No, Gazi.
But that one was for the morale, right, Kai? Yeah. He loses a ordinary chapter master, and you lose the big one, the
Yes.
mighty war dog.
The prophet of Gork has been slain,
Yeah.
never to return again. He goes to Valhalla.
Yeah.
Goes down fighting.
Yeah, he went there. So they draw what they draw on ground them down.
All right, yeah. So he brought
He
down.
gets 5 points for bring him down.
Yep. So they draw and grind them down, so that's no points for the both of them.
Yeah.
And he
he gets-
controlled 1, right?
And he
At the
gets-
beginning of his turn.
and gets 5 points for scores once, bring him down.
Yeah. I marked down this turn 5 points for bring it down.
Yeah, for 1 fat vehicle. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's on a total of 15 points to Kai's 20. So it's not a super huge jump lead. But now Kai's gonna score on the objective again.
Yeah.
So we're going to round 3.
So he gets
Round 3.
15.
So he's gonna get
primary.
15 again for controlling 2 and controlling more. Because remember, guys, there's a scrap jet hiding in that top center ruin. So that is taking that objective.
Yeah. Either way, he would have 2-1. So 2 objective markers and would have more because Kai's only.
Yeah, so he's only on 1. Exactly.
Only 1.
Tanzt der Hamster. So the chapter master.
I just like that name. You know what that means?
No, I don't.
You
but
know what a hamster is?
I know what a hamster is. but
Yeah.
I don't know what a tanzt is.
Tanzen is dance.
Oh, it's a dance
Yeah.
hamster.
Yeah.
So it's dance the hamster.
Dance the hamster.
I'm dancing. Right. So the chapter master danced his way into the Gaskell over there, and then slapped Gaskell. And Gaskell laughed. He's like, "That tickles." And then Gaskell slapped him back, and then the chapter master died because the slap was too hard. But then in death, he slapped Gaskell back
Re-slapped.
again, and that was just enough to bring Gaskell down.
Dom. All right. Well, Tanz der Hamster is Dominic. All right. I know that guy.
All right.
He's even he's almost as funny as his name.
Okay.
But maybe twice as nice.
Twice as nice as he's funny. Okay. So here comes the Chinook just flying on. He has another one of those.
Is
right, in
is
reserve.
that it?
Oh no! Wait,
is
no.
that a Forge World
Oh, no.
unit?
Yeah. So Chinook is a Forge World unit. It's a transport actually. And
With a lot of
it's apparently has quite a bit of deca. So it comes with a base def gun, and you can replace the def gun with those Rattler cannons. They are actually pretty pricey, if I'm not mistaken.
195, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's quite pricey actually.
For transport, yeah.
Yeah.
95, not 100. That is ridiculous.
No, but the guns.
Well, it's fortunate, right? I mean, you have a levy, so therefore. Well, that doesn't count for orcs.
Yeah, I mean, orcs. For orcs, that always hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just roll 5s or 6s rather, and you have ducking, and then you end up having more shots or hits than you actually have shots. And, you know, all is good again.
4 wounds left? Yes. Right. So you.
My pain boy needs the 2 for the running for healing him up. Rolled it 1, so my point 1.
All right. Yeah.
Or else he would have lived. Yeah. So actually, that's a funny little tidbit information here.
Well, things happen, right?
Morley ran his pain boy up to Gaskell,
with all the saves he
wanting
made,
to heal him.
that's
So it's
okay.
a stratagem to actually be able to heal Gaskell.
But yeah.
But he rolled a 1, so you failed the heal, and then he re-rolled that 1.
No, he needed to advance to get into range.
Oh, is that?
And he rolled a 1 for advance, and he re-rolled that 1 into
back
another
into
one.
So he couldn't heal Gaskell. If he was able to keep up with Gaskell,
he
Gaskell
only
would
needed
actually
2
be
then.
alive this turn. So yeah, it's a bit of luck going Kai's way. Some much needed luck. So we've got some orcs trotting up the field here. Or is those the Gretchens? No, that's the York unit. Running around.
There's some Gretchen on the lower left-hand side.
Yeah. Orcs doing orky stuff, just running around, making lots of noise. Saying
We're very good orcs.
Orcs are always having a good time, you know. Doesn't matter if they're being killed or not. They're always just having a great time.
Yeah, so what will die this turn? The Contemptor will die, definitely.
Let's play a game. What will die?
The Contemptor will die, the Suppressors will die, whatever the balls of the dead is at that ruin over there.
Yeah, the Contemptor will die probably for sure, because he took like 9 wounds last turn. There are some intercessors there in the concrete forests to the center left that are going to be shot at and charged by stuff.
Okay, so on the left-hand mid ruin, that's the lieutenant, close to the dragster that is in the ruin. So basically, if he kills the 4 intercessors in the area terrain on the left-hand side, then he will be able to shoot with everything that is, or at least with the Shinnok and with the other dragster into the lieutenant.
He's about to eat Rattler cannons.
And there, well, Jesus, I forgot there's some stuff in reserves.
Yep, there's another one.
There are freaking loads of models, man.
The orcs have mastered the art of Chinork.
No, DJ Triple, he was not on 8, he was on 4 actually.
Yep.
The chapter master needed to fight twice to get the 4 wounds down.
Yeah, but still, worth.
Yeah, well, it worked. It should work, and it worked.
It worked, yeah. So we've got some cannons scuttling around. Apparently some are running. Oh no, that's being, some repairs being made. So the big mech's running around, repairing the vehicles as they're driving, because that's the way to do it.
Thanks everyone, 70 spectators. That
Sweet.
is just awesome. Thank you very much. You are watching the second round of the Hanseatic Alliance Open here live from Bremen, Germany. From the Hanseatic Alliance Open, the second largest 40k event this year. We have 101 players battling it out.
Yep.
Organized by the Alliance Open or the Alliance Armory from the Netherlands, together with the TargetPriority40k podcast from Germany. So this is all a European Union, as it should be, and this happens on the day of, well,
That's right.
Independence Day of Germany. So therefore, Day of the Unity is what it's called.
Against all odds.
Yeah, and against all odds, this thing is really happening.
Yes.
We don't care about
Can bring us
Corona. It
down.
doesn't matter for us
Oh, you
at
certainly
all.
can.
It wasn't. We had no issues with that. It was never.
No
we
problems
didn't-
at all.
We didn't even talk about it.
No,
Actually, we
just showed up one day.
yeah.
We said like,
But everyone was. I don't know. Everyone is still using a mask, although this doesn't exist. So.
'cause it's fake news. Yep. So our cooperation is like a circle; it never ends.
So every time Molly picks up some dice, it's 5s and 6s.
Yeah,
just
it's
weird.
magical, man. I've been watching the dice tray. I think there's something going on with that dice tray.
You know what? I just said it's Tag der Wiedervereinigung, so Day of Unity for Germany, and not a minute later, I get a pop-up from the Deezer app. 30 years of Day of Unity. Now listen to music from Germany.
Yeah.
So you cannot tell me that my stupid smartphone is listening to me. You cannot tell me that it's not.
No, there are, man. That's China. What brand is that?
That is a Samsung.
Yeah, that's China listening in, man.
Yeah.
They're listening to you right now. That's Denny from Hong Kong listening in. He's listening into your smartphone. Denny, stop listening to our smartphones again. It's illegal. We've discussed this.
Definitely shows that you need to discuss stuff like that.
Okay, so we've got firepower going across the field again. Those mech guns firing and stuff. The Contemptor Dreadnought has been brought down, but it only was on like 2 or 3 wounds left. Any hoozle, so that's not a big shock. There's not a whole lot to fire at anymore. So, oh yeah, we've got those that new unit with the shields.
Yeah.
And the 2-up. What are those guys called again?
Blade Guard.
Blade Guard. Those guys are actually quite tough. They're a really good unit. They're actually pretty cheap.
But this is only the lieutenant with the Blade Guard shield, right?
Yeah.
So it's a 4-up, 2-up, or 2-up, 4-up.
It's a 2-up, 4-up. If he's in that terrain, it's a 1-up.
Yeah.
So we've got firepower going into the intercessors in the forest now, in the left center concrete forest. He's rolling 5, 6, 6 casually.
So on 5s.
Yep.
Rites.
So this is a mech gun.
6-up saves.
No,
Three
it's minus.
dead
It's
interceptors.
-4. So yeah, 3 is gone. It's blasted out of that forest.
So there's one.
Get out of here.
No,
intercessors.
two left.
Some casual cannon fire coming from across the field. Oh, it's the Orks' turn, everybody. Rattler cannons engaged. He can't fire at the lieutenant just yet, but he's firing his D3 weapons into the.
Why doesn't he just shoot both Rattler cannons into the intercessor so you can get to the lieutenant?
Yeah.
He's split firing into the intercessors and the impulsor. Right?
He's getting a bit ballsy. He's relying on his.
Not really necessary, but alright. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can reroll that run, right? So yeah. Yeah, well, both. But both wound anyways.
Big Mac, Big 40 Mac coming in with some bold words here, saying, I think Morley has good chances to win this game. It's like, yeah.
You make both saves.
I don't know about that Big 40 Mac. It's looking a little dicey for the Orks here.
Okay. Ooh. So those are 4 invols on the all right, 4 for the intercessors. So they are all that now. So now that one goes into the lieutenant, I reckon.
So the dragster now going into the impulsor.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can.
And of course everything hits. What the hell?
One more shot. One more shot. And the skull. So only 1 wound though. For Bimbo.
For Bimbo, the Impulsor.
Nope, so 3 damage.
6 damage. Jesus Christ.
It's the rockets, right?
Was ist eigentlich falsch
Oh.
mit dir, ey?
Oh, yeah. So it's actually okay. Yeah, it's a D6 weapon. Yep.
Well,
Can we show you the
Morley
minis
is a
near
good
what
shot.
exactly? Big 40 Mac.
Hello, everybody.
hello Benjamin, how are the goings?
Just doing a lot of paint judging.
Okay.
It's fun.
A lot of good armies out there, huh?
A lot of beautiful armies.
Yeah.
And some armies.
Are people having fun? Are people having fun?
And
Yeah,
then then there are armies.
It's super
Dot,
relaxed
dot,
in the field.
Great.
Well, I'm in the lower half hall. And it's pretty relaxed, pretty chill. Everybody's having a good time. I have seen people laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
So it has been cited. A few laughs
But
in
you know
there.
that laughter is very
Excellent.
close to tears.
It's rare though. It's rare.
How's the game looking?
Very orky.
One-sided.
Orky, yeah. It looks that there's not a lot of Marines left.
No. Morley is doing quite a good job. Not well, on the one hand, playing the game, on the other hand, rolling his freaking dice. Man.
Okay.
I think
Like
the
a boss.
technical term is Jesus fuck.
Of course it does.
Aww, terrible luck. What?
You are kidding me!
What did the D6 mortal wounds then?
The exploding impulsor.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the impulsor exploded.
Tabling
my
by
God.
explosion.
Killed the.
I mean
lieutenant.
at this point, whatever, right? It's going spectacularly wrong.
Yeah. There's not much I can say, man.
But an
This is
impulsor actually does D6 wounds. It explodes for D6.
Yeah.
But it's a
That's why
transport.
The
That's why
leaks show future impulsors and repulsors will only explode for D3.
Yeah.
But
So-
these,
But not now. This one explodes
This one's angry.
But
spectacularly.
future impulsors will only have a 5-up involved.
they will explode even faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hope
Which is
everybody here at
beneficial.
home is having a good time watching this stream. We sure are having a good time watching this game, although even if it's a bit of a one-sided
so
game,
there
there's
are some
lots of
people
action
left
going
in
on.
the
The
also.
Ultramarines trying to fight a desperate battle. One, I'm sad to say they are slowly losing, but look, man, there has to be a winner, and apparently
saying
this
that
day,
Molly has good chances
this
to win
battle,
this game.
green is mean.
I don't know, man. I doubt your competence.
Nevertheless, both Morley and Kai are having a good time about it. Kai is being a super good sport, just laughing at whenever something
That's
terrible
art.
happens,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
definitely two very good players, very
There are not
sport,
that many people
very
that,
gentleman-like players.
that are capable of this.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
stuff
Chill-
like this
chill when they
happens,
lose.
and
I mean,
you need
I'm
to
one
be
of
able to
them.
take a punt.
Yes.
but maybe 3 other people on the planet.
Yeah.
Actually.
Zap is one of the chillest people when he loses.
Yeah, and when he wins.
Yeah.
God, I'm such an ass. It's really not that much fun to play against me, guys. Except that when I'm winning, then I'm
Yeah, then you're having the
then
time of
I'm
your life, huh?
at least a little bit nice.
Then you're really rubbing it in.
Yeah. Well, you know when I'm winning, I'll tell you that.
Oh, you're sad. You want me to call you a ambulance?
So why do you cheat?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, that
Alright,
that,
so
that
let's
was,
score.
That wasn't as.
So
as
he
good
has
as it
engage
could
in
have
all
been.
fronts for 3, I think. Well then. And do you have engage in all fronts for 3 or for 2? Yeah. Okay. So at the end of what? 3, I think. Yeah, this is round 3. This is bottom of round 3. Now going to the Ultramarines.
So the Ultramarine. Oh no, there are 2 units.
So Ultramarines are scoring 1. Boop. Oh, none then. Oh, I see. I see.
Your impulsor decided that.
So actually scoring nothing on the primary. That's rough though. That's rough. Yeah, even for a losing game, actually scoring no primary is a bit rough. Big Pretty Mac. There's actually not a super big chance of seeing Space Marines each game, as there's not like a super lot amount of Space Marines here. Right?
There's like a shit ton.
Is there actually a
it's
lot?
not all Marines, but it's not 50%, but it's.
Is
it's
it
a
on
lot.
50%? Is it that bad?
It's 25 or 30% Marines, which is
Ah,
fine
okay.
because you have a lot of subfactions
Apparently
of
I
Marines.
misspoke.
It's not all the same, but it's a lot. A
Yeah.
lot of Adeptus Astartes.
Well, then the chances are a lot bigger than I initially
Yeah,
said.
it's not unlikely that 4 or 5 games will have Marines in it.
Great. I mean, as long I mean,
But that's
if they
different
get-
concepts.
I mean,
so
at least here they're getting their ass handed to them.
yeah, it's kind of nice.
What? Getting some ass?
That's nice too. Depends on the ass that's being got, I guess. All right.
So is this
This is,
Leviathan is still
that
pretty
Leviathan
healthy?
has started to play the game on hard mode.
Yeah.
It is now. It is now.
enraged.
It is now pretty much taking on the entire Orc army,
Yeah.
running up the field, screaming, "Come get some!"
A one dreadnought army.
Yep. So Captain Scrade wants to
That's-
see some
that's
Kane's demons. Yeah,
One
me
brave
too, man.
boy.
It's been a long time since I've seen any like full Chaos demons on a stream table,
Oh.
or in like
No, it's always like mixed in CSM or something.
yeah, they're usually being souped. But I've seen a full Nurgle army, which is whenever you see a demon army, it is going to be a Nurgle army.
It's pretty
Most of the
likely.
time, yeah.
There's
Um,
some good performing Slaneshi
Yeah.
concepts, but
Yeah.
here in Bremen, there's like a lot of chaos keyword things are in fact Death Guard or Nurgle.
Yeah.
Mostly soup.
Soup.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
these Playper's Caller
It's green pea
Um,
soup most of the time.
and I don't know, here like Plague Marines in a drill kind of thing.
Yeah,
Doing some
yeah.
Grenade juggling.
Dean?
We're juggling grenades.
Dean or who?
Yeah, a lot of players have this
'Kay.
concept.
All right, so we got some
Yeah.
fire being
Dean
opened up.
played
So the
Pistolius first round.
suppressors have landed in the top of the
And
board.
won like
Shooting on the
89 to
cannons.
18. Not really
Trying to score
sure
some
how that
points.
happens, but,
So we've got some saves required by these cannons here. Okay, so the intercessor is now firing into that smash again. So actually, the suppressors failed to kill the cannon, which is
of course.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah.
yeah, no luck at all. Like okay, so but it does go down, but he only killed one instead. He should have killed two, really, because both of those
He's
things were
splitting
wounded.
fire with the Leviathan now,
Yep.
which I'm not sure
so-
is a good idea actually. But he
Yeah, so-
tries to get at least some points.
So he's going to fire into that scrapjet in the center, and then the other
And
gun
the
into the
Dragster.
Dragster that's below the scrapjet, yeah, beneath it. So this is the heavy flamer going into the scrapjet, doing a cheeky wound. All right, so, oh boy, yeah, that's
Kind of rerolls. No rerolls left.
he throw. Oh,
Of
hitting
course,
on
there are
twos-
3 ones
yeah,
if you're
yeah,
hitting
yeah,
on
yeah.
2s at the
Yeah,
moment
yeah,
when you
yeah,
don't have
yeah,
any
yeah,
rerolls
yeah,
left.
Yeah.
So that one is down.
Oh wait, okay, so it doesn't.
That one
explode,
was
okay.
very well calculated.
Explosions. Oh no.
Maybe you should do some math during the game,
Mm-hmm.
not like I do.
All right, so this is a bit more accurate.
Yeah,
right.
that-
Not triple ones.
That was not that decent.
Yeah, that
Looks
wasn't
like
that good.
5.
About 5. This should kill as well. Yep. Yep.
So it's 8 damage then. And does it
damage going through?
explode? Does not.
Nope, so that's 2 going down. See, now if this sort of stuff would have happened like a few turns earlier,
Yes.
that would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Then he moves in there. He's charging the thing through the building. He's gonna punch his guns through the building.
Oh, he's not that bad in punching, I think. But
So it's gonna get. Is that a scrapjet? It's engaging. I mean, it's a Leviathan. It's gonna survive.
yeah,
Because it's a full. Is it a full health Leviathan?
13.
And yeah, that's
Still
gonna
13 health.
probably. Yeah.
And that was that. He
Okay.
just conceded.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So he concedes the game. So what happens is the remaining turns do happen.
Yeah.
But it's only the orc player that gets to do stuff. So they're just gonna talk it. They're gonna talk it out, and then they'll give us the final scores
Yes.
in a moment. But yeah, that was
So
that was
is
a
basically the moment where we could have a look at if our little raffle worked. Nope. Of course it did not. Okay, so what we do instead is...
all right. We're gonna okay. So I'll entertain the people. So this was a bit of a sad day for the Ultramarines guys. I can't lie. I mean, this deployment is quite rough. As has been mentioned in chat as well during the beginning. This deployment is kind of go first, have a very big chance of winning type deal, and that's kind of what we saw here. Not to detract anything from the Orc player or the Ultramarines player. But yeah, it was a bit of offer strike going on, quite quickly crippling the Ultramarine player in the first 2 rounds and just getting up the board. There wasn't a whole lot that the Ultramarines actually could do about it. Actually, so yeah, it's a victory for the Orks. Hooray, Orks!
All right.
But it would have been nice if it was a bit more of a challenging game than this. So what's the final score, guys? Yeah? Alright, so it's 75 for the Orks. 75 for the Orks to 28 for the Ultramarines, guys. That's the final score. Not a lot of points being scored by the Ultramarines. It's actually, yeah, it's a bummer, like I said. But it is what it is, man. Alright. We're gonna have some dice being rolled for the raffle, of doing it the old-fashioned way.
Doing the old-fashioned way because
Yeah.
freaking software didn't do what we wanted to do, but
So we have to roll, and now we've got drum rolls, everybody.
not a freaking problem for us. The winner is... Let me find that list again. No, not you. You are... No, I don't want you to win. No, no.
Right after I announced the score, CJ's coming in. What's the score? Yep.
So, the winner is Niramen. Niramen.
Congratulations, New Ramen. You can get yourself some free stuff. Yeah, so that's correct, CJ. It's 75 to 28.
Congratulations.
There's a question, when will the next game start? So next round is starting at 4 o'clock, right? Am I correct in saying that?
Sure. At 1 o'clock. 4 o'clock? No. And the last game
I don't have the
goes
timetable
up
in front of
until
me.
1945, so 1645.
So it's actually 4:45. Okay. So that's in over an hour. So it's currently 15:23. So half past 3. And next game will start at 4:45, guys. So we've got a bit of a break happening here, which is nice, I guess. So that's it for this round, folks. Congratulations to Niramen for winning the raffle. Good job, sir. I hope you enjoy your prize. Thanks everybody for being in stream watching this game. We've had a good following all day, the entire games. Well, all the while. So
All
that
the
was very
while,
good.
certainly. Yay, Niramen. I just sent you a message. Just mail us to TargetPriority40k@gmail.com which of the prices you want to have. Do you want to do you want a free month for Breaking Heads 40k, or do you want a free month for the War Room of Art of War 40k.com? Choose wisely, but choose quickly because well, we have to know which prices we do have left. So just send over an email with your details, not details. It's not less tails. Yes, shoot over that email and congratulations. And we'll see each other in about 1 hour and something, and then.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. Thank you, Stefan, for
yeah, it's my pleasure,
doing
man.
this with me, and thanks to all our sponsors for seeing this great thing actually and having those great prices.
Alrighty, guys. See you guys in an hour, eh?
Bye bye. All right. Thank